knocks that they can't quite get 100%, so that's got to be frustrating, although I did tell him it's better to have this now as opposed to later in the season.
Well, and a little uncharacteristic for them in terms of starting the season. We remember what they did last season. Shocked the world and beat Clemson, #2 in the country at the time.
Absolutely. VCU has always been able to get some outstanding talent year after year, of course, under the direction of Coach Gifford. They also got a new facility. We'll talk about that a little later, which is great. Sullivan gets to start that center back position. And can Wake Forest start off on the front foot and set the tone. It was San Francisco who set the tone on Thursday with a goal that snuck by Jonah Bednard on the front stick.
I would expect this line of confrontation in general on the offensive side and this Wake Forest team to have a little more enthusiasm and pep in the step coming out of this game after the start to the last game. Would you say, Ty?
I would say, I would agree with you, 100%. Perez on the stat sheet with a PK.
And Ty, one adjustment we did see in the second half last week, which it plays true right now, is they went to more of a 3-back offensively to get an extra number in the attack, but also stop the counterattack from San Francisco. On both offensive builds in the 2 series we've seen that formation hold true.
San Francisco is attacking that quick counter, and then Wake Forest had to adjust, and they did in the second half, even despite being a man up.
And very early in this match, with VCU is playing an extremely low block right now. That line of confrontation is below their semicircle. Wake Forest has them pinned pretty deep in the half right now.
Rent's kind of creeping, and can't quite corral that one and go out of bounds for a goal kick.
We've seen Tate Lawrence take many of those out of the air and hit that goal line. It wasn't far from it.
The sun got in his sight line, but Tate Lawrence with 2 assists opening night.
Yeah, he finds a way to make an impact. Current career leader, what, in goals, points, and assists?
Yeah. Transfer from Carolina, but back home in Winston-Salem. The game up. Perez, here's Garcia. Berkeley with his hands up, showing that he's got some space. They'll finally use him. There's Lawrence.
With VCU pinned so deep in their half, we're going to see Wake Forest exploit these wings as we see right now and find expansive opportunities and try to get crosses across the mouth of the box.
Garcia was one up for the award of Player of the Match in opening or on opening night. Of course, awarded with the start tonight. His pass was kind of the highlight in that match, and with a link up for the game winner with Biskupski. So Wake Forest will try it from the corner. Chandler Young running near stick. Berkeley chasing that one down.
VCU has 0 outlets offensively. Same pattern continues.
Jeffrey White now moving out wide. It's a tough ball to play, and Kruger just got enough to keep possession.
It was Ty Johnson for VCU playing at center forward. A young man I know quite well, Ty.
Yeah, that's right. Got a chance to coach him, didn't you?
He was my captain 2 summers ago. I had him for 2 summers at Tobacco Road. Incredible young man. Even better of a young man as a soccer player, but great leader.
Now the Rams, despite limping into the start of the season, and the score against UNCG was lopsided, but they did keep it close for a good amount of time. Kruger eyeing. Lawrence now making the run. Can he get on the other end of it? And the old shoulder, and a little bit of a Sportsmanship by Salmon. That was a good, right idea. There's Dave Gifford. He was an assistant at Akron, and then two-time A-10 Coach of the Year. Always a delight to talk to him. I could talk to him for 2 hours.
And really, he's done a great job. We know it made Akron successful, especially in the early 2000s with all the international flair. He's brought that blueprint to VCU and most certainly put his stamp on the program.
He's very honest, transparent. I asked him, are you this way, very transparent to your team about kind of limping into the season? He said, absolutely. You got to be honest with your kids. They got to know where you are, where you stand. But he said one thing that stuck out, and that is you're probably not going to want to face us later on in the season. 100% healthy, which I truly believe.
This is a good group. They've got a very dynamic roster. They've got some players. They will most certainly be a formidable opponent later in the season as they continue to get healthy.
Sullivan trying the left flank, and that one quite on target. Chandler Young making the right run.
VCU has to find some space and ability to spread this match out a little bit and get out of their half. Looks like they're going to go short, but I would expect them at some point to start lumping it up a little bit to start building out.
Almost worked. As Levy, another international player, Berkeley. Triangle passing, working well with Lorenzen and Galen, and to Perez ushering in on the switch after the overload on the right side.
Well, coming out of the gate, Wake Forest has been so good in rest defense. Positionally, everything's been intact. Every time VCU has had any opportunity, it, as we just saw, ends pretty immediately.
Kruger locking down that center back position along with Mason Sullivan. Sullivan from the New England Revolution, Kruger from Philadelphia Union. Jeffrey White, a brace for him, his first as a Demon Deacon. Hoping for a big, big year. Donning the captain's armband as well. Good step by Sully.
Again, Wake Forest doing such an effective job of repressing and winning balls back. VCU in the first 10 or so minutes of this match has not had one effective possession out of their half.
Young had a little issue with that. Garcia was right there to clean it up. Garcia again. He came up, stepping. Interesting call on a foul there. Our head referee is Nicola Alexic. There is Coach Muse. 160 wins, most in D1 since 2015. He told me that what is a good way to come into a new season is he loves his entire bunch. When you love your entire bunch, you want to fight for your entire bunch.
Makes the job all that much more enjoyable. Looking for the 7th, I believe, 2-0 start since 2015.
That's right. VCU is also one of those teams that come in early here in the grounds of Spry Stadium and have dampered what Wake Forest was hoping for a quick start and a good start. They do not want to repeat history. Garcia sending that one. Nice header. Oh, that was brilliant. Reed just about got past the diving Montero.
It's a great save and a great buildup. We almost saw another Wake Forest football goal time. We'll see this one coming back across. That was a beautiful glancing header. Just missed.
Good ball, good distribution. Good XG, if you will.
That was Garcia on the cross, correct? Had the assist last match in his debut appearance.
Perez That's the right way to be on it. You want to head that one down immediately. Montero's been very impressive, able to smother that. Wake Forest trying to smother VCU, actually, as they can't quite get out of their own halves. It's going to be the long ball in search of Caleb Pack. Drennan had it lost for a second. The ACU back with it. Levy. Trying to get creative and get past Kruger by using the old nutmeg. There's the corner. Just
Vasquez brought out some of the Costa Rican flair over there. And we see the corner, another effective header.
Hey, look, you keep doing that. I know, upset that didn't quite have the spice on it to get past the keeper, but you keep doing that, timing that, it's going to work out to your benefit.
Well, Joby Reed, and we saw the rotation last year at that center forward position for the Demon Deacons. He's been very effective to start the season, especially on that first header. He almost snapped it in. VCU again has just been, it's been one and up. String together 3 or 4 passes and then turnover. Have to find some offensive consistency and ability to get numbers up the pitch if they're going to be effective this evening.
David Gifford was an assistant under the famous Caleb Porter. There's many stints with not only prized college programs, but MLS programs and United States, U23, Portland Timbers, shout out to Columbus Crew, and also New England Revolution.
This Wake Forest team looks much more composed and patient coming out of the gate. We saw them get a little rushed at times last game. They're playing quickly. They're fast, but not rushed, and there is a difference. They look very composed. They're in complete control of this match right now.
I tell you what, Tate Lorenz, another solid touch, as if Velcro was on his boot. He sat that down beautifully. I think there was a miscommunication with VCU because the keeper immediately came out, swatted it, goes out of bounds, and turns out to be a Wake Forest corner.
Third corner of the match, 15 minutes in, Ty, already.
Let's see if there's some execution here. Oh, there's a little shove in the box right in front of the referee. You surprised by that, Cedric?
Not at all. I think that's a good call. I think you need a little bit more contact there. He was backing in just man. I think that's a good call by the ref. Let him play.
Maybe we'll get another look at that. From this, it looked a bit, unless he sold it brilliantly, Cedric.
Yeah, I think their momentum ran into each other. I mean,
yeah.
On second look, there's probably a little more contact than I initially thought.
Right, of course, when we bring it up, it's almost as if they got word that let's take a look at it.
Not surprised at all that Coach Muse is challenging that one. You have to. Make him think about it.
How it went in the World Cup this season, this summer, I mean.
Anything could happen, right?
Let's rewind it all the way to the morning when you woke up. Yeah, that goal comes all the way back, the first goal. Illegal transportation to the to the stadium. We'll take a look at this. Kruger did a good job selling it, though, and you do see the hands out by Pack, so you do have a case.
I was just about to give Kruger a shout out, defender to defender. I mean, the big guys get in the box sometimes don't know how to go down with contact. I mean, he did a good job when he felt the contact, he went down.
So if it is a foul in the box, that's an automatic point to the spot. Assistant referee Benjamin Wooten and Richard Wells. Nicola Alexic is the center ref.
Caleb Pack, the freshman, put in an uncomfortable position. Second match in the college soccer. Got the review right now.
Prosper, Texas. Compete in the U19 MLS Next homegrown division with Dallas, the Dallas Hornets.
This one's iffy.
And this one's actually a good job on this. This is a good angle.
Oh, fantastic angles.
With a little pick and roll there by Sullivan, tried to do the pick there, and then followed by Kruger kind of overlapping, but then Pack with the contact, but the extension of the hand is worrisome if you're VCU.
I think it would be a clearer call if Kruger wasn't backing up into position. If he's standing in a stable position, I think it's a very straightforward not a red card, straightforward PK.
Harsh.
Yeah, sorry.
We saw a quick red card on Thursday night.
Definitely not a red.
Yeah. I meant to ask Coach Muse if, even with the red card given to his opponent, did he feel kind of slighted that he couldn't see or get a good look at his team going 11v11?
Well, you know what, and typical of Coach Muse, I loved his takeaway from there is everything's earned, right?
Yep.
That red card isn't given, it was earned by our team, and he incorporated that into the overall landscape of the game and the effectiveness of the win.
I mean, it's a right call. You hate to see that, but it was a right call. Last defender, and by rule, he was already on a yellow too. That was a long look to say that. We'll see what he says.
I think that's a fair call.
Yeah,
I
think it'd be too harsh if he said point to the spot.
But that being said, now they're on notice.
Kruger doesn't think so.
We see any further contact in the box, I would not be surprised at all. It's usually how the game works.
Well, Wake Forest will reset and build from the back as the two center backs, Sullivan and Kruger, work up. Joby Reed proved that he is a fighter on and off the ball on Thursday.
And I love him as a target forward. He does a great job back to goal, also tracking back. He provides a true reference of what a 9 should be and allows the team to form around him.
He fight and scrap for anything, even if it looks as if the odds are not in his favor.
Well, sometimes your best 9s aren't he's a very good player, but aren't always the most technical guys. They're the guys that are effective and know how to score goals.
Movement away from the ball is an overlooked skill by forwards, also wings. Almost got over the head of Levy. Of course, 3-2 standing right there. Chandler Young interacts. VCU on that right side. 2 shots for the home side, none for VCU. The Deeks have been on the front foot in dictating their style of play against the Rams, a injury-stricken Rams team, but still talented.
They can only sit this deep of a low block for so long.
Right.
Eventually pressure does what? It busts pipes. And this Wake Forest team has them under constant pressure right now. Much more difficult to defend.
And game up. Clever. Watches that one go across his body. Trying to sift that one in. For Berkeley, who's now got involved in the attack. Good crowd out here for Wake Forest Surprise Stadium. Good crowd on Thursday. A little effect from the World Cup, huh?
Yeah, it was an incredible crowd. 3,200, I believe.
No, they showed out.
Reminds me of the good old days of Spry, man.
Oh, clever Garcia, the Campbell transfer, trying to turn on it. That one is flipped in the air and out of bounds. It will be a Wake Forest corner. Now let's see what they construct here with this opportunity.
Fourth corner of the match. I like this kid Garcia time.
Yeah, he really came out. I mean, of course, with some unexpected departures with freshmen that came in that decided to go pro route. And then you had that slot open, and to get Ronnie Garcia transferred from Campbell with the change of leadership. Flighted. Oh, Sullivan was eyeing that left post.
Third unmarked open header in the box.
These two have collided many times. Johnson and Lorenz.
See another one coming over. This one is Sullivan getting on the end of it. Again, wall place header.
He's had some touches in the box.
The center backs, both of them in general, have done a great job on set pieces, getting involved offensively.
Well, you got somebody with the height of Mason Sullivan, 6'5", 200 some pounds.
6'5", ball-playing center back. I remember one point last season, Coach Muse referred to him as the best passer he had ever coached.
That is true. You remember that?
I remember it very vividly.
Yes.
Stood out to me. That's a big compliment.
You make sure you take your notes. It's good. Garcia. Reed. Shove in the back, that will be a free kick. Not too happy was Garita there with jumping up. Maybe a little unpleasant comments.
I'm sure he just said good evening.
Yeah, sure he did.
Let's have a great match, right?
I don't mind going down. It's fine. .26 minutes and some change remaining in this first half. Wake Forest again building from the back, moving now towards the attacking third. Well, it's Jeffrey White return. Wanted to put missile lock on that, but decided the smart thing to do was keep it going on the switch after the overload. Here's Garcia. Here's Perez. Sullivan, he'll take initiative. He's got a good foot. Good clearance. That's got to hurt.
Another ineffective counter for VCU. They have to find a way, Ty, to string some passes together and get possession higher up the field, just at nothing else to get a break for the defenders.
You get a sense that VCU kind of is doing what San Francisco did when they were down a man. They feel that they can indeed exploit the center backs for Wake Forest on that counter.
100%. This is pack it in, wait for effective counter opportunities.
Yeah.
But the thing is, playing in this low of a block, they're only sending one, which is typically Ty Johnson to press. And look where he is right now. He's almost on his 18. Wake Forest is literally attacking with one guy behind the ball and 10 guys forward.
Check out his heat map at the end of the night. Sullivan connecting with Chandler Young, back to Garcia. I'm blinded by that sunlight seeping in and highlighting that left side of the pitch. Here is Jeffrey White, just trying to get out of the reach and tuck it away past Montero. And it rolled just a little wide. Hey, I love the idea, love the chance, keep shooting. Sometimes you can get down on yourself for not being on target, but it keeps the goalie honest.
Oh, absolutely. That's a great shot. And honestly, it was a little too easy. to win that ball in the middle of the pitch, take a few touches and get that clean of a shot, especially in that low of a block.
Well, 6 substitutions moments allowed during any stoppage of play. And it eliminates that second half re-entry.
Definitely getting accustomed to some of these new rules, but it definitely allows additional guys in theory to get opportunity. I believe Wake Forest went 22 field players deep last match.
Mm-hmm. But, you know, Coach Muse does not stray away from this. And you'll see some freshmen come in, and you watch training, and you're like, okay, well, he's going to probably sit a little bit and watch before getting on. And before you know it, they're on the pitch and say, hey, trial by fire, go do it.
Well, there's a reason he's had such effective recruiting classes. I mean, number 9 nationally this year, but you come to Wake Forest to compete for championships and to play. And you can't say that about every institution.
Yeah, that's Brenner and Coach Brenner and Muse going to work. Chandler Young, oh, put that one locked and loaded. That's got to hurt the hands of Montero. You can tell that little grimace. He said, yeah, I'm going to have to come a little bit harder than that. Montero from Portugal.
Wake Forest putting quite the distance right now in these offensive statistics. 5 shots to 0, 5 overs to 0.
Entering the game for Wake Forest, number 7, Philip Biskupski, number 9, Paris Mitchell, number 6.
Here comes the other prize freshman. Got the game winner. A freshman a couple of years ago, Paris Mitchell, who was out all last season. Hoping to get some production from him. Good kid, a lot of talent. Perez from the far flag. We're trying to go near stick. I'll tell you what, that was good. Niak, pardon me, was able to sniff that out. Perez was seeing if he could curl that in with Olympico. Perez just has a good touch on the ball. From set pieces. Just his vision in general. Torbeck, speaking of great vision. And Diggs continue to pound on that front door for against VCU, but still sitting with a 0. 6 corners set.
25 minutes in, Ty.
Yep. Shows you about the field tilt.
Yep. But to your point, it is still a 0-0 match.
Lorenz, Paris Mitchell couldn't find it. And he's got it with his infrared boots. Double teamed. Oh, he about split the defense. Torbeck. Outside of his foot. Jeffrey White with a bullet.
If that doesn't get deflected, that's in the far corner, Ty.
Garcia runs that one down. Duke's really playing small-sided here. They've kept it compact and not allowed much for VCU. Although VCU trying to build here and maybe test Medard.
First time. First time they've had a clean pivot out of the back to isolation down the wing and actually been able to get up with the numbers. We see some decent spacing now and actually ability to build. Just like that, the pressure.
Coach Muse quickly getting that one to Jeffrey White to throw it in. Good swim by Paris Mitchell. He's able to somehow link up with Jeffrey White and some space over to the right. Berkeley has it, eyeing Lorenz. And kind of waste some time and allow more numbers to get right outside of the 18. That was expected to go to the freshman. Biskupski from Ontario, Toronto FC. Got the game winner against the Dons. Berkeley goes down, maybe. That's a little questionable, but Wake Forest will gladly take the free kick in the quick restart. Wake's got a couple of Canadians on this team. they've had some good luck bringing a friendly neighbor to the north. Alistair Johnston, one of them.
A great job recruiting the elite academies up in Canada.
Lawrence was drafted by Montreal in the MLS Super Draft, decided to come back to school. Played USL 2 in Salem City, right here in Winston-Salem. A rival of yours.
Oh, yes. Very friendly rivalry.
We're good rivalries up here, aren't we?
We are. We have some fun.
We do. It's a quick hello in the summer, Ty said. And then depending on the result, Tobacco Road gets a win, it's then you're on trouble. I think that's what I heard from the bus when you left.
Maybe.
Like I said, we're having fun.
Always having fun. That's what it's about.
Oh, clever. Berkeley. He's able to wrap his body around that. VCU. And they wanted to keep going. But that stifles because immediately looking up, Samaral was trying to find an option and really had nothing. He was left alone on an island.
Really had nothing but a 1v3 over
Yeah.
there.
17 minutes remaining in this first half. Just on that back heel.
Yeah, some of these look like mistakes, and some of these
Right.
are. A lot of these are, these are newcomers. Specifically, right there, we see the freshman Kimberly Scott, Jamaican international, in cap with the U20s. Almost scored last game. Hit the post. But we see pressure manifest itself in several different ways, Ty. We see the obvious free press turnovers, but we've seen several balls just mishit, just knocked out of bounds. That comes from defending for 25 minutes straight.
Now, for VCU, I know you come in limping. I mean, obviously the good news is you're still eyeball to eyeball in this one.
If VCU can find a way to hold the scoreline through the half, it will be a massive first half accomplishment for them, all things considered. Not because they're an inferior opponent, but because of the style of play.
Mm-hmm. The Rams able to knock it around, ping it around a little bit. That obviously will balloon some confidence as they'll use the left side.
Last 5 minutes or so, we have seen the match open up more. We've seen more spacing. We've seen VCU get more opportunities. Most importantly, keep possession higher so they can actually get out of their own half.
Keita Hayes was that outside flank. Mohamed Ibrahim is coming in.
He's had some big moments.
Yes.
All three of his goals last year were 2-game winners against number 2 Clemson and against Old Dominion, and then the tying goal against number 4 Marshall.
A10 all-rookie team back in 2024. As part of that team that came here. He might have a chance off the backside. Lawrence able to watch that one bounce and square up on it.
Thought we talked it up, Ty.
Drennan.
For the first time, a bit of sustained possession for this VCU team.
Coach Gifford told me that all of his attacking players are out all summer when they open camp. That's tough to try to get what you want established right away.
Well, the first indication to me of that was number 27, Ty Johnson, starting at the 9.
Yeah,
Typically
right.
center back
Yeah.
or a 6 head.
Got some fresh blood in there. Bednard having to turn and check. There's Kamarley Scott. This is the kid that is going to have a heck of a career. Freshman out of Jamaica.
Absolutely. And look, this latest substitution package for the Rams, I mean, they are moving the ball better. They've got some athleticism on the field that is starting to cause some issues.
Of course, we have yet to see Bia. Bia is the freshman that came in from Cape Town, South Africa. Top drawer preseason, best 11 in that freshman team. Yes, he is out there. So it was questioned if we would see a good amount of time from him, and Coach Gifford says, go get him. VCU trying to get the first goal after Wake Forest took immediate control. VCU now pinging it around, getting some quick passes, and that confidence rising and rising.
Oh, this looks like a proper soccer match now. Both teams keeping possession. Actually some back and forth, playing in both halves.
Scott just about had that one on a platter for him. And
honestly, Ty, based on the injuries and some players not being featured, I guarantee you this was strategic. Just looking at the timing of when the switch happened, the substitution patterns, first 20 minutes or so of the first half, we're going to sit in. We're going to develop some confidence. And then we're going to bring in some different guys. We're going to go for it. And we see it right now, the game opening up. Wake having trouble now getting out of their half.
Absolutely. Yeah. Lawrence is going to play that up in the space, the right idea, but now you're seeing it. The whole narrative of this game flipping now.
Oh, completely.
VCU kind of running the show, which is going to, of course, make Coach Muse upset. He knows VCU's coming in limping.
And to your point, Ty, if you're short staffed, what do you want to do? You want to shorten the match or shorten the field? And they did an effective job of doing that in the first 20 minutes. Albeit mostly in their own half, but they've weathered the storm. We still have a 0-0 match.
So Coach Muse wants to bring in some fresh legs to kind of combat what VCU has been able to do in the recent minutes. Rosenfeld in, Jeffrey White goes out. And Rooney comes in. Rooney coming over from Ghana. A late pickup, but interested to see. This is his first appearance. Torbeck. Now it's Wake Forest's turn.
And just like that, VCU's packing it in again.
Yep. It's retreat, and then now back away and getting that low block. Torbeck. Garcia, distribution. Here's Biskupski, and that will go out of bounds for a Wake Forest corner.
Seventh corner of the match. Still 10 minutes left in the first half.
Let's see what kind of delivery Torbeck can put here. Outswinger. Kruger had a head on it and just could not get it away from those white kits. Bednard.
Third clean header from center back. They're getting the opportunities. Just got to put them away.
Kernick Number 29, this is a freshman coming in. Say, trying to insert that pass for Koenig. Koenig from Fallbrook, California. Played with Orange County SC of the USL Championship.
Got some U.S. Open Cup action with them. Great experience.
Developed with the first team in the USL Championship team. An academy contract. Here's Koenig. For a second inside the 18, close to the byline, and now VCU trying to work it back up to their attacking third. Hayes back to the support. Seven and a half remaining in this first 45. Nothing to show besides 7 shots, 7 corners to VCU's 1 shot and no corners. And that right there, those balls that kind of get away from you, and then you have someone with the speed of Kamarley Scott. Despite all the dominance with the numbers as far as shots, plus passes, touches in the box, you let 22 run on, and it's 1-0 VCU. Garcia. The guy sees the field so well.
He sees the field and directs.
It just came in to Winston-Salem.
Just figured out where the bathroom was, and he's already commanding traffic out here.
And he was absolutely right. He's trying to find.
Yeah, he was absolutely right. Step into that space. So there's they're sitting in a low block. There's no reason for us to have this many behind the ball.
Torbeck. Oh, that was really nifty by Rosenfeld on the back heel, hoping that perchance Biskupski would have seen that. Garcia with his head up, 6 and some change remaining in this first 45. Kruger. Kirknick kind of pinching along with Subachan. Freshman left side along with Garcia transfer. Garcia left foot, good hit. Had to slap that one down, had to quickly corral it. You had Subachan there, and you also had Koenig.
Garcia has no hesitation and complete green light to get involved offensively. We saw the assists last game. We've seen a couple of crosses this game, and we just saw a thunderous shot from distance.
I mean, the pace, the driven ball is there, on frame is there, but it's right there at the hands of Montero. And there's a tactical foul by Torbeck to, of course, pull down Salmero.
It's a nifty little move by Salmon to down the corner here. Tactical foul.
Yeah, just to say I don't feel like making my guys have to hurry back and lose some endurance.
Torbeck's a cerebral player. You know, he's the most improved player on the roster last season, but you know, if you're going to give away a foul, that's position on the field to give it away. Especially with VCU gaining some momentum. And you mentioned some of the lethal attacking players they've now brought in up top.
I expect that he'll break out even more this season. Kind of make a name for himself.
Oh, when they're healthy, this is going to be a very, very good team, Ty.
Torbeck. Center of the pitch and maneuvering. Trying to figure out where he wanted to go with it. It was to Garcia. Under 5. Back line again. Seeping ended at attacking third. Sullivan looking for some options and going right back to Garcia. Rosenfeld. Do they make the switch? Yes, they do. Koenig. Oh, that was a well-delivered ball on a postage stamp by Sullivan. Kernick made the right run, just couldn't quite get the forehead on it.
It was a fantastic ball by Sullivan. He's living up to the reputation.
That's right. You know he wants to do this pass.
So we see this vision. Perfectly placed corner of the box.
Good spin.
Just lost in there. It's a great ball.
He loves sending those balls. Wake Forest going to throw in with 3:37 remaining in this first 45. 0-0 our score. Subachan. Biskupski. Lofting again. Kernick again sitting there at that back door. He's in the right place at the right time. Just got to get that contact. Salmoron.
Well, Sullivan does another great job getting them out of the back, but again, the pressure, the repress from this Wake Forest team has been very effective this evening.
Berkeley. Under 3 in Wake Forest. Plot an attack that does equal a 1 underneath their name on the scoreboard. The sun almost completely set. Colorful sky in the background here at Spry Stadium and the lights gleaming down. Wake Forest trying to make it 2-0 start 2026 after very disappointing 2025 that they want to completely forget, rightfully so, where they started off number 1. Well, actually, they started 6th, got all the way to number 1, and then dropped like a rock. This will be an outswinger. Let's see what Wake Forest does here. Went over the byline, so they'll take that back.
Well, it hasn't paid off yet, but Wake has done a good job diversifying the corners. We've seen near post, far post last couple of times. Same with the balls across the box, but still 0-0.
Eight corners. First 45 minutes, well, not even 45 minutes with 1:20 remaining. VCU has always come in here and given Wake Forest fits. Torbeck lunging. Garcia muscling.
And the longer this game stays 0-0, the more confidence VCU will gain.
Absolutely. Kruger. Is there one more push for the home side? Big ball over the top by Sullivan. Berkeley picking it out of the air, trying to connect with Kernick. Digs get it right back. Here is Berkeley. Rosenfeld. Torbeck. Kernick again making a run, darting run towards the near stick. Here's Biskupski. And Kernick again, but the timing not quite there. He was on his way down, still got a head on it.
Kernick is going to want both of those headers back. He's done a great job putting himself in position to receive. First one, I think he just missed it, probably didn't see it coming over to the defender. And that one just didn't get on top of it quickly enough.
But you know, when you have a freshman like that, seeing that he's in the right spot, he's able to get a touch on it. That will come where he can finally square it up and put enough torque on it, get that timing down. But Kernick has been very impressive in how he's following the ball just under camp. But the positive news for Coach Gifford, he gets to get some well-deserved and good time to get on the field and learning experience for his team to become deep once they get healthy.
Well, and Ty, if you really think about the strategy coming into this game, we saw what happened against UNCG. Most of the goals came in the second half. You know, so we look at the effectiveness, considering still 0-0 of them packing it in the first half. Like we said, you condensed the game, you shorted a bit, So in theory, you would expect a fresher VCU team in this second half against these Demon Deacons.
Ethan Forrest gets the start here in the first half, number 19.
And we know this was a second half team last year, Ty. 16 of their 22 goals scored came in the second half.
Emmett Shea has also started this second half. So despite being depleted, Coach Gifford is saying, let it rip.
Well, and we see the spacing start the second half. They're not packing in right now. They have high outlets. They're looking to build. Resembles more of the 10-15 minutes in the first half where they had 30% of the possession.
Ty Johnson back there as the head of the attack. Usually a center back, but
Ty Johnson leading the charge up top. I love it.
those feisty center backs. There's Drennan. Forced. Double team. Jeffrey White snatches it back. And Shea was right on his heels. Reed. And pulled down. It's Keisel who's come in. He was a freshman that started on Thursday night. He'll start the second half on the outside back position. From Cincinnati FC. Good switch. Forced. Clipped into the box. Headed down, and that was right for the taking for Shea. He's trying to poke it away from trouble.
Didn't materialize, but that was a great cross and layoff. Could have been an effective opportunity pretty early in the second half.
Jeffrey White out wide here on this left side. Joby Reed will be the head of the attack.
Well, what I see with Tate and White out on the wings, I would definitely expect more of a focused, concentrated effort to get expansive, utilize those wings. They were effective in the first half, very effective, but it's clear we're going to use them even more in the second half.
The series 5-2 in favor of Wake Forest, although the last two meetings here at Spry have gone to the Rams.
We noticed the beginning of the first half, VCU was pressing with one.
Joby Reed, oh, he just about had enough room to maybe poke it over the head of Montero.
Well, and that came from, Joby Reed's a big boy, but his ability to hold it up and turn effectively into the box, dangerous, dangerous player.
We'll see, here's Reed. Nice little pocket, but closing quickly. Here's White. White, good spin on it. Nobody at the back door. Torbic recovers. Osi. Try to put that one on full blast. He might get another chance and a good rip. Oh my. That's how you show yourself to Spry and introduce yourself.
that was a rocket. Usually when you get that second chance, you take advantage of it. He sure did. That was a well-placed shot.
You knew he was trying to do that a couple times. He tried that.
So we see this coming back to Asai again. Gets another chance.
So they scuffed it there. He's like, okay, now I need to make the adjustment. Give it to me one more time.
Now he's asking for it back. He was ready for it. That was a great save. Well-placed ball.
Well, that had to feel good off the laces, didn't it?
Oh, man. That was a purely struck-in ball.
You can definitely tell when you hit it well. It's just
Nothing like
solid. Yeah, it really is a good sound and a good feel. More so a feel. You know, who can strike it is Sullivan. He's placed some balls inside the 18 and used his head, but you know, he can crack one from deep. That one again, trying to use that.
I think that may have been his first bad pass we've seen all match, but especially on that long ball over the top to find isolation, he's been extremely effective.
Deeks trying to buy some time. Keisel now backing away. He will get the service from Ngima. Sullivan looking at Joby Reed. Reed trying to come to. That ball spits out. Now this looks very promising for the Demon Deacons.
It's a great first touch. I believe that was Chandler Young over on the wing.
And Kernick also had a touch inside the box. And again from right to left. Keisel. Reed. He's able to sit that one down even with the double team and still try to have a couple touches to turn and blast. Unfortunately for him, he couldn't whittle out enough space to make a blast, but very impressive to say the least.
Very impressive, this young man this evening. He's gotten a few headers, but just his positioning overall and awareness. You mentioned the first half, the off-the-ball work ethic, the grittiness.
That's someone that the Wake Forest needs from. You know, last year they had Harvey. Harvey was, you know, didn't quite get to show his abilities. You could see that was kind of his mode of aggressive, like a pit bull. And obviously Orlando saw it because they drafted him. But I think the coaching staff saw that, said that's essential for getting this team success, and they found Joby Reed in the transfer portal out of Houston Christian. Deeks now with 11 shots. 2 here in this second half. Kruger. Only a matter of time before you see Jeffrey White make a run. You know, the good look inside the box. Maybe it'll come here.
Well, we see Wake again playing with very impressive advantage numbers on the attack. They're typically leaving only the center backs back, and everyone else is nearly in the box.
That's got to drive you nuts.
Yeah.
Good. Jeffrey White placed that one brilliantly right there at the 12-yard mark, but not one of his teammates could get a touch on it.
I'll be reviewing that one on game tape.
100%.
Always have to have that effort, most importantly a near post run, but you have to have the effort and the runs in the box if your wingers are working this hard for you.
White. Here's the freshman Keisel to White again. Sullivan says, I will gladly take that. Send it inside the box.
Joey Reed went up for that one. If he would have kicked that one clean, he had all the torque on it, just couldn't get a clean hit.
Smart move by the freshman there after he had his lumps. Travis Smith Jr. on that outside back position, the usual starter, but did not start in this match. And was on display here in this second half. Very talented player. Was drafted in the 2024 Super Draft by the Chicago Fire. Sullivan. Bednard way off his line too. The game up.
Wake Forest football time. Quick ball movement, accountability, constant third man running. Lots of great off ball movement right now. Hence hence the ability to quickly switch the pivot and find open guys.
Solid idea by Sullivan.
It was.
Trying to get that teardrop right there again, searching for Koenig.
Sullivan really excels when they're able to switch the pivot point of attack, and you've got an overload on one side. He immediately finds the isolated player, typically on a driven through ball. He is elite at finding that option.
Flag goes up from offside position. And a short option on the outlet. He's forced. And that one taken away. Here's OC. Reed through the defenders, and a last-second tackle brilliantly done by VCU. That was Garita.
We've seen Reed showcase about every feature you'd like to see in your target. We've seen him play back to goal. We've seen him bring it down cleanly in the box. We've seen the header ability, and now we see him taking guys on in space. Extremely versatile forward.
Another corner for Wake Forest. Circle number 2-4, Mason Sullivan. Well, they use the hammer. Back stick, and I believe that was Koenig. Last touched by VCU, so we'll do it again just on the opposite flag.
I think that was Reed again. He's everywhere right now.
It was Reed.
He created the corner. He's on the end of the corner. Lining up for another header. He is putting his stamp on this match.
So Torbic now jogs over to the far flag. Koenig kind of sitting outside of the 18. Congested right there in the mouth of the goal. And play Keisel. Keisel, left foot. Ooh, Jaws dipped.
Just missed.
Left of that frame.
And notice while that one was being set up, we saw Kruger in the box. Now remember what happened in the first half with the no PK. He was letting the ref know there was contact. A lot of gamesmanship going on right now.
I applaud the creativity on that set piece. It almost worked out for Wake Forest. And in matches like this, you got to get extra creative. Can they be creative here? On yet another corner, an outswinger. Referee White having to put it into fifth gear. He's in a foot race with Johnson. Mednard probably a little bit bored.
We have not said Mednard's name too much this evening, which is rare.
He said he's fine with it. Check and see if he's got a ticket. White pinching in. Oh, Reed was there along with Koenig. And it was just too much weight on it. Again, the beginning of college soccer, so what you're seeing, the idea, just a matter of having that right touch, the right amount of weight. Handball called on Travis Smith Jr. And Travis, of course, has been a starter at this club for a good amount of time, but I've seen some time where he's come off the bench. Brilliant IQ. Oh, well worked. Over the head.
We almost just saw a wonder goal.
Koenig.
Joey Reed with a phenomenal turn at midfield. The outside of the foot curling ball in, and change of pace to put himself in position for the header.
OC, who's shown that he's got a thumper with his right foot. He'll try to send it in the air. Joey Reed again arriving a little late is Ngima. VCU trying to just put it up in space. Plenty of gold kits there. Here's Kruger. Smith Jr. Look at this. Oh, Travis Smith Jr. eluding defenders and almost coming up with a gem.
So this was after Joey Reed had done all the hard work to win that ball and play a brilliant curling ball. He almost completed that header.
Koenig, that was a great ball placed for Reed. Reed had it.
Great awareness by Koenig to put himself in position to receive that.
Nagino, he thought about the switch. He'll play OC. Good look. Joby Reed, a little heavy touch, but rebounded well. Travis Smith Jr. coming up to play that one back. The levee is not broken on this VCU team. They have stayed firm.
They've stayed extremely firm, and they have weathered a storm.
Mostly from Ghana, his previous club, Asanska FC.
They produced their fair share of good players. Emmanuel Frimpong from Duke,
Yep.
another alumni.
Sullivan keeps it on the deck. Kruger, inserted pass for Koenig. Knocked away. Koenig with the press. And he will knock that one out of bounds. The history between these two teams, VCU has also played spoiler here on these grounds. Postseason play. That was when Wake Forest had a promising team, and VCU upended. They were hoping for a big run.
So we're approaching that point in the game where the magic happens. Typically after the 65th, 70th minute or so is when you see a lot of action.
Mark that.
Guys start tiring, space starts opening. It's the magic time.
Recycle, good ball played. White out of the air. Got a little piece of it with his boot.
How many times has this Wake Forest team been that close? Again, VCU sitting in the low block, plenty of space to find the wingers. We've seen Lawrence almost bring a couple down. We saw White almost bring that one down. The buildup has been there. The buildup in the space has been there, just finding the right opportunity to strike.
How many times have you heard this in the beautiful game of soccer? Building, everything is there until that final ball.
Yep.
The final facet.
The final ball.
Yep. Ty Johnson goes out and Scott comes in. Salmeron back in. Shea goes out.
So we're reaching that close to that midpoint of the second half. We remember what happened in the first half. It was this substitution package where VCU really opened up the game, gained more of the possession. We saw the athleticism on display, especially on the counter and repress opportunities.
In 2024, Perez got it started with a sniping shot from outside of the 18. Salmeron scored to even it up in the 26th minute, and then the late goal by Castillo gave VCU a 2-1 victory over Wake Forest. Of course, that was in 2024. It was a lot more even in that contest as Keisel trying to see if he can sneak one to the foot of Joby Reed. And in fact, both teams had 9 shots apiece in the whole 90. And VCU had 5 of those on frame. Wake Forest had 2 on frame. Ekes way past the 9 mark. Now they got 12 and 5 on frame, but still locked at 0-0. Crowd looking for something to get excited about, and so Wake Forest also a little anxious to give them something to cheer for. Meanwhile, VCU loves keeping Spry Stadium quiet. Reed. He knew that was gonna be contact. Went up, and as soon as he felt the contact behind him by Chatham, he immediately hit the grass.
Well, that was intentional. Reed's been having a field day for the last 10 minutes or so you let him feel you. Let him know we're here.
Said, what are you going to tell your team if you're constantly getting to the final third, but you can't quite find a way to get a result, get one past Montero?
Composure and focus and stay in the moment. Maximize our opportunities. You don't know how many chances you're going to get in the box, especially with 20 minutes or so left. Have to maximize those opportunities.
O'Shea came in, slammed hard up against the VCU player, and O'Shea not exactly feeling 100%. He is well known for, 100% effort. He's not going to stop.
You mentioned the lack of fouls in the first half. It has gotten a little chippier in the last few minutes. Still a very clean game overall, but we're starting to see the physicality come out.
You see, just kind of lost as the momentum carried him. Well, that was a different look where Osi got hit. So
kind of a freak thing where he was coming down as Drennan was going through him with that momentum. Glad he's okay.
Osi's home club, Sanska FC, founded to serve as a home for identifying and nurturing footballers. Of course, will be highly fit and ready for the global soccer market. So from Ghana to Winston-Salem, and now on center stage with the Spry lights down upon him. Keisel to the left is White. White will get it. White buying some time, trying to get some numbers inside the box. Here's Keisel. White again, tiptoeing, teasing, back to Keisel. Sullivan keeps it on the deck, good switch. Kruger looking, had his eye on Kernick as well as Nagima. Here's Torbic lifting, White there. Here's a blast, just popped over the bar and even knocked down off the turf. A well-struck ball by Nagima.
Another great save over here. So, Ty, again, just the pressure continues to build. All 11 VCU players are below the 25-yard line. We see yet another great save.
6 saves from Montero. Nagima, and they have not been satisfied with how he hit it, but he hit enough pace that it bounced off the pitch and almost tucked in under the bar. Kudos to Montero, able to pop it over the bar. Nagima trying to work. Here's Jeffrey White. Torbic ushers it. On the right side is Travis Smith Jr. and Biskupski trying to connect back with Torbic. Good step. Jeffrey White has now moved central with Lawrence moving out wide. Reed waiting to get sprung free. He'll take this a nice little step over. Biskupski right back to Reed. Travis Smith Jr. is right there. Reed goes down, wanting a point to the spot. Travis Smith hurdles over Reed. And VCU coming out with it. Still numbers in favor of Wake Forest, but Kamarley, don't tell him about those odds.
It's a one-man wrecking ball up there right now, Ty.
Lawrence. Torbeck. He's got to get it out of their own end. I'll tell you, that is a scary, scary sight if you're a Wake Forest fan. And seeing the Jamaican, even with numbers not in favor of VCU, still, you saw his speed.
Well, his speed and his ability to just bring down the ball in traffic. Obviously quite experienced. Capped at the U20 level for Jamaica.
They love their soccer down there.
Oh, yes,
there in
do.
March. All I did was talk soccer. My wife was bored. Two boys weren't. Two boys were loving it. If you ever get a chance to go to Jamaica, that has been there twice, going to go again.
I'm a big fan as well. Just good people.
Yeah.
Good people, good vibes, right?
Oh, yeah. Irie.
Yes. Come on.
Chandler Young for Wake Forest has some Jamaican roots. We haven't seen him, though, here in the second half. Lawrence. A good slide tackle. You can see how that was set up, right? Garita waited. Lawrence thought he had an open pasture, and Garita came in with a technical slide tackle to knock it away.
It's a great slide tackle. And to your point, in terms of the build, you wait till you have an advantage, you find the open man, but with VCU in such a low block, there's just no space.
Mm-hmm. Trying to float one again. Keisel sits it down. Torbeck checking his surroundings. Kruger all the way up. Oh, good ball. Biskupski. Oh, he had that one locked and loaded. He was ready to let it fly, got blocked.
The freshman's
Here's
eyes
Scott.
got big on that one.
Marley Scott. Let's see what he was doing there. When you're short in stature, you wait for someone big defender to get some contact on you. You kind of go down and see if you get the benefit for being short. Didn't work there.
Not that
Sullivan.
time.
Good English on that one. Lawrence dancing. Back to Travis Smith Jr., laying it for somebody to come up and take a good rip, and that one is cleared.
Oh, and again, a clear theme developing. Find Sullivan with space, and he is doing a great job of finding guys on the other side of the box. Just haven't capitalized yet.
13 shots for Wake Forest and still sitting at 0-0. We've got 16 and a half minutes to go, and Ibrahim's come back in. Vasquez will go out.
Remember, Ibrahim's the guy that scores the big goals in the big moments.
Why Gifford decided to call his number. Three goals last season, as we mentioned. Product of Montverde. Have you heard of them?
Oh, yes. They produced a player or two.
SEMA, who's got the keys to the Bima?
Yeah, decent program.
Yes. Oh.
What a touch.
A touch by Keisel. One match under his belt. And those freshman jitters have gone away. He's highly recruited and looking like that freshman they recruited. Oh, able to find a pathway, but a little too heavy. That one rolls out of bounds.
To your point in the first half, Ty, credit to Coach Muse and staff for getting these freshmen involved earlier. Get them experience, get them acclimated. It will pay off later in the season. We've seen it for years.
But what a big jump it is for you to have a team to start off the season, especially when you get your first 2 matches at home, to go 2-0. It's a lot. It works so much better for you as a program if you're 2-0 after 2 games, your first 2 games at home, as opposed to 1-1, because you feel the entire time we let a result get away from us. And right now, of course, Wake Forest sitting with a draw here at 0-0 with 14 and a half to go. This is not, of course, what they are thinking of and envisioning coming into this match, especially with a team like VCU that has some parts that are missing.
Well, Coach Muse specifically said this VCU team will be extremely well organized and be good defensively. We know what we're going against, and that's exactly what we've seen so far.
Now, you usually hear preseason accolades, a lot of praise to the VCU program. This year, not so much. The same way for Wake Forest. Lorenz, outside of his foot, trying to connect with Jeffrey White, wrestles it away. Ball goes out of bounds. Good fight by Lorenz. Just get a feeling something is indeed brewing.
And this is a type of game, again, we're approaching the 80th minute. Could come down to one magical moment, Ty. That's all it takes.
Slipping. Kruger had it linked up with Biskupski for a second. A heavy touch. Not what was planned. Perez, knowing the threat that Scott has, had to hit the wheels.
Typically, this early in the season, especially in August, this time of the game, we see guys cramping up. We see the fatigue. Can we talk about the weather this evening?
Yeah, it has been.
Feels like a cool October evening right now. Not typical in North Carolina in August.
No, it did get up a little bit, but then dipped down. It was a very pleasant around noon time. Bednar, who's been very bored, got his paw on that one.
Bednar had to set an alarm to remind himself the game was still going on. He just hasn't had any action.
Said there's going to be a corner kick. I thought maybe he kept it on the other side of the byline. Yeah, he did have his alarm went off on his iPhone. Not sure if there was a confusion that maybe.
First corner of the match with 12 minutes left.
And these are the moments that become haunting, especially for a team that's dominating every stat. VCU sees it and try to recycle and get back into the 18.
First shot since the 31st minute of the match for VCU.
What do you think? Bednar thought it was last touch by.
I think so. Something happened. He was waiting for a deflection or thought it got deflected or something, because we don't typically see him react that late.
I feel like you're a center fielder and someone says, "Ah, pop!"
Yeah.
Fly ball. Time now a factor. Wake Forest. They do not want to draw. 0-0. 11 and some change. They have the combination to get past this back line. Chandler Young was there. VCU very good first to the ball. Scott trying to swim around Kruger. Kruger upset with that call. Scott will take it.
Great job by Scott to draw that foul. He was in a 1v3 position. He's a great player, but really wasn't a threat with the position he was in the field. It's a bad foul for the Demon Deacons to give up at this point in the game.
Now you see how it makes sense why Wake Forest challenged that possible shove inside the 18, right?
Absolutely.
This will be probably
The
a Valentine card given.
The scoreline holds. I'm sure we will hear a little bit about that lack of PK call after the match, right?
Friendly fire. Those are those moments that you want to take back away, and these result into nightmarish results for you and a glorious moment for your opponent. Under 10.
The last thing this Wake team needs to do is overly rush or panic right now. They've had all the possession. It's just getting the final piece.
Keisel, back stick. Running on. Kruger had that one timed, and he laid out for it, just couldn't get it on the toe of his boot.
And just like that, we see yet another quality opportunity in the box. Look at this great run through again by Kruger. Barely missed connecting to the end of that one. Kruger's been very involved offensively tonight.
That's where it starts getting to your head. You know, after you're constantly knocking on the door.
Well, that's when the pressure starts building.
And the pressure starts.
Yep.
Even though you try to block out the loud voices in your head, it's hard to block it, hard to mute.
It's hard to block out. 9 minutes left, and everyone on the field knows we've had 75% of possession of this match.
We saw it a couple times in the World Cup.
It happens.
Yeah.
We saw what happened in some of those games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we're going to have 10 minutes of stoppage time.
No. Lawrence. Hurdles. Keisel.
Again, Ty, almost another wonder goal. What a touch by Lawrence on the corner to get in the box.
I think maybe Keisel heard footsteps coming in.
I think he did. He heard the footsteps and a little bit of pressure. And the opportunity of the game winner. We see Lawrence with the great little flick, gets himself in position, plays a phenomenal ball to Keisel. Might have heard the footsteps. He would like to have that one back.
Well, Garcia back in. Surprised that he had a good extended rest. So Garcia in, Keisel goes out. We'll see if Garcia can come up with another Messi-like pass that he did to Biskupski against San Francisco. So they play on. Chandler Young has now moved out to the left side. Overlap Garcia. Young searching for Subachan. There's Perez. Travis Smith Jr. trying to find Jeffrey White. Travis Smith Jr. and Jeffrey White both played USL 2 together this summer for Salem City. There's a good hit. Oh, tried to get out of the way with Subachan. He knew Sullivan can hit it from that distance. Smith Jr. Lawrence. Diagonal ball. Chandler Young trying to muscle his way through. Sweeping it away is VCU.
Lawrence, another quality ball back across. That one across the 6.
And he was known for his scoring last year, but he has been just on another level of his passing lanes have been just placed perfectly. That ball just a little bit out of the reach, and immediately Montero claims it. Seven and some change remaining, and nothing to show besides 15 shots for Wake Forest. The lion's share of possession. A match that has been tilted all in favor of Wake Forest. They've tried left, they've tried right, they've tried center, they've tried long balls, they've tried short balls. VCU will bend but not break. Lawrence, does he have some magic in him? At the byline, playing it back to the support for Travis Smith Jr. Scooping that. Who's there? Knocked away, but Chandler Young right onto it. Sullivan. Subachan calling for it. Bending ball. That might have been a handball.
That was close, Ty. We talked about in the first half, there is another questionable PK opportunity. I bet it gets called.
Just looked awkward.
I think that ball dipped on him right before it got there.
It's like the replay. Oh, looks like that left hand got on the forearm.
Well, probably his saving grace is that both arms are straight down. Usually if you see any movement or any indication of raising it, you're going to get that call.
Chandler Young knocked down from the back. Diggs trying to quickly get a restart. Garcia ready to go. Here's Chandler Young. Subachan making that diagonal run. Here's Chandler Young with 3 guys on him. Deflected. Ibrahim.
Now we're starting to see some of that pressure build. Chandler Young there, very effective in 1v1 situations. Just waited too late to make his move.
15 shots for Wake Forest. 12 corners. No goals.
If Wake Forest is going to score and win this game, they're going to do it playing the Wake Forest way. Continual possession, touches in the box, consistent movement.
Perez. Oh, it's in his
shot.
wheelhouse. Just a little bit extra on that one because you could see that one dipping quickly.
That one did not miss by much. Perez with a very confident strike, getting it back from Travis Smith Jr. Sets himself up. And it was dipping. Didn't miss by much.
He thought he ballooned it, but that one was on its way down. Scoreless also up the street with UNCG in San Francisco, 0-0. Diggs trying to deliver that big blow. Nagima. Young. Young. We have not seen Scott. Scott was right there to muddy up that passing lane. Oh, I don't know about that. That looked like that was a clean tackle.
That looked pretty clean to me. But again, Scott does a great job of, that time he's in a 1v4 situation, he draws a foul. You see Scott, as you mentioned, small in stature, but does a phenomenal job maintaining the center of gravity. That was a questionable one for sure.
So was the foul called on Chandler Young, or was it on Perez? Ibrahim, this is trouble. Well off the target. 3 minutes remaining. Wake Forest urgently trying to get the ball in play.
Now we're going to see Wake really push. They want to get this result. 3 minutes left. Anything can happen. This game will most certainly at this point could come down to one moment.
Nagima. Perez looked over at Chandler Young. Decided to go to the right, trying to find Travis Smith Jr. Was cut out by VCU. And now VCU working in the midfield. Scott is left alone in the pocket and somehow is able to get right on it. And what a snatch out of the air. Those are those moments that when you feel that you've rocked this thing to sleep, a player like Marley Scott will come up and blast one and sneak one in that back stick.
But what a great
Bednar
reflex save
definitely
from
had
Bednar.
the alarm on that one.
The alarm was fully on that one. No snooze at all.
Garcia. Young, 2 minutes remaining. Stoppage of time that will allow Paris Mitchell to come in. 16 shots for Wake Forest. Sullivan. Watch Bednar spread out here. Here's a shot that is well off the target. Kruger was hoping to get his knee over it. And he sent it well over the bar. Under 90 seconds remaining.
See everyone for VCU pushing up now.
Who's got that clutch gene in them? Time ticking away. Lawrence. Subachan. Had a brief look at it. Wake Forest will have another go at it.
This may be it, Ty.
Yep, Lawrence again. Sending it. Subachan! Oh, off the outside of the foot.
How close
lid
can you
stays
get,
on.
Ty? Paris Mitchell almost came in as the hero. Subbed into the game for exactly that reason. His propensity to score goals in big moments. And it just got across the mouth of the ball. How many times have we seen that tonight? Again, like you said, everything but the final piece. Such a phenomenal job building and getting proper balls in. Just haven't been able to connect.
.15 seconds remaining. Is there enough? Time for Wake Forest to have another try. I don't think there is. 7 seconds remaining. And it'll end just as we started. A draw. And for VCU, a bit of success here in Winston-Salem. Deeks don't get the loss this time.